All right, that was my burrito sized tortillas that we just cut up and I'm placing into my cast iron for this delicious little breakfast recipe. Alongside our burrito tortillas, I have some diced ham. I love using diced ham for this recipe. You could also do a chorizo, a bacon, a turkey bacon. We went in with that diced ham. Alongside that, I have some delicious mozzarella cheese. This is gonna be a super easy and tasty breakfast kind of cast iron inspired dish. I'm gonna go with that entire thing of cheese right on top of our ham and tortillas. Perfect. Now that we have that into our cast iron, I'm gonna move that off to the side, bring in a medium mixing bowl. In our medium mixing bowl, I have 6 eggs right into our mixing bowl. You could also do an egg white here, but we are also going to add some vitamin D milk. I love adding milk to my eggs. It just makes them so much fluffier. So I'm just gonna go in with maybe about a half cup of that milk. And now we need our seasonings. I have some garlic sea salt, because we all know I am a garlic girly. And we don't get too much salt from that cheese. We do get a little from the ham, so I love to do the garlic sea salt. And breakfast is not complete without some paprika. I'm gonna go pretty heavy on my paprika right into our eggs. Do not be shy when you are seasoning your eggs. We don't want anybody complaining that they are under seasoned. And I have some crushed red peppers, of course. We love a little bit of spice. You could also do a chili powder here. You could add some jalapenos, or you could totally omit, depending on if you like spicy or not. And one of my favorite breakfast ingredients, everything but the bagel seasoning. If you have not tried the seasoning, it is so good. I love putting it on just about everything for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Really, really tasty. And we're gonna go in with our whisk. We're going to whisk together our eggs just so we can get a good scramble with that milk and all of our seasonings. Break up those yolks. All right, now that we have those all scrambled up, perfect. Take out your whisk. We're gonna move back over to our cast iron. And here comes the fun part. I'm just gonna go right on top of those burrito tortillas, our cheese, our ham, just like so. Oh, that looks incredible. All right, and we're going in with our tongs just to kind of distribute all of our cheese, our ham, our eggs, and those burrito tortillas. I just used half of the pack of our burrito tortillas for this recipe. I'm just going in and kind of just moving everything around, make sure we get our seasonings nice and distributed and get those cheese between all of our tortilla layers. I think that looks pretty good. Before we pop this into our oven for maybe like 10 to 15 minutes at 375. All right, those are my breakfast sausages right into my muffin tin. We are going to move that over for just a moment and I'm bringing in some eggs. I'm using about 7 eggs. I'm bringing in my whisk and my half and half for this delicious little 1-pan breakfast. I'm going in with about a half cup of that half and half. I love adding half and half to my eggs. I just think it'll stretch the amount of eggs that you have. It makes them fluffier and lighter and airier. So we're just gonna go ahead and get that all incorporated with our half and half. All right, that is looking perfect. We're gonna move that out of our way. And we are going to come with our egg and half mix. And I'm just going to pour just a touch of that egg right on top of our little breakfast sausages that we have in our muffin tin. I just went with a classic little breakfast sausage here. You can feel free to do any brand you like or whatever, meat you like, or you could even do meatless. But I just went in and kind of just shoved them down into our muffin tin. And we're just gently pouring that egg and half mixture right on top, just to barely cover that breakfast sausage. This is gonna be a great little breakfast for on the go, quick, easy, simple, super customizable. I think that looks pretty good if you ask me. Ooh, that one's a little heavy, but that's okay. Eggs rise, but that's okay. As I mentioned, these are super customizable. I just kind of am grabbing what I had in our fridge. So I'm gonna start off with just some red onions right into that egg mixture. Just like so. You could also do a white onion, a green onion, a yellow onion, a chive, a shallot. I mean, the possibilities really are endless. I'm just kind of going through and adding a generous little sprinkle right into our egg mixture. I mean, the color contrast alone, delish. I love a good red onion too. So we're just going in, maybe about a teaspoon, tablespoon, depending on how much onion you like. One of my favorite ingredients for breakfast as well, just these little cherry tomatoes that I just cut in half, just so that they can easily kind of float in our egg mixture. I mean, look at how fun those look already. I mean, I know like egg bites and things like that are super popular across the globe, but making them at home is just as easy and you can get exactly what you want. So just going in, I'm just putting 2 of those little tomatoes right into our egg, sausage, onion, just like so. You could do a sun-dried tomato here, you could do a green tomato, you could do no tomato, whatever your little heart desires. Perfect. I'm gonna try and stay with the vegetarian kind of Italian theme. We're gonna go in with some of my favorite things, just some sliced black olives. I love a good black olive on pizza, on breakfast, in pastas, on salads, with my eggs. So don't be shy. I'm gonna go in with a couple of those, just like we did with the onions, the tomatoes, the egg, and the sausage. Oh, my mouth is watering, but we are not done yet. Like I said, super customizable, so I'm just kind of stacking and loading these up with some of my favorite vegetables. Oh, perfect. But what we do need now that we have all of our veggies in there, I'm gonna go in with my crushed red pepper. Everyone knows I like a little bit of spice. So depending on how spicy, I just go like 1 or 2 shakes, just right on top, just like so. That's gonna complement with our sea salt as well. Again, just a touch, nothing too crazy. Right on top, you could also do a garlic salt, a pink salt, no salt. Perfect. And then of course we need some black pepper. Again, just going in. Come on, little pepper, you can do it. Wow. Or a lot of pepper. That's okay. We'll give those ones to someone else in the house. All right, perfect. That looks pretty good to me. And then, of course, we need our mozzarella cheese. Again, feel free to do any kind of cheese, any kind of veg, any kind of seasoning. I'm just gonna try to encapsulate those egg and veggie and sausage right into that muffin tin. Honey heard the cheese bag, she's running over here. But it's gonna create a beautiful crust on top of our little egg bites. So we'll go ahead and get that all plated up. All right, now that we have that all beautifully packed in there, we're gonna place this in the oven for about 30-40 minutes at 350. All right, that was a dozen of our eggs into our greased muffin tin. All right, I'm gonna come in with my little cookie scoop here, and I have some freshly cooked hot Italian sausage, and I'm gonna take just a small amount of that hot Italian sausage right into our little silicone muffin tin for this delicious and easy little 1-pan breakfast. This is one of my favorite things to kind of make and eat and enjoy throughout the week. Super customizable and always delicious. I did a hot Italian sausage. You could totally feel free to do a chorizo, a ham, a turkey bacon, a regular bacon. You could also keep these vegetarian as well, but I love a good hot sausage. I think this recipe is super tasty and always super delicious. All right, now that we have our sausage into our muffin tins, we're gonna move on to my favorite part, some cheese. I actually combined some medium cheddar and some mozzarella into my Tillamook bag. And I'm just gonna go in with just the slightest amount of cheese in each one of our little muffin tins. Honey is right here by my leg, excited for the cheese. But this is for our recipe, honey girl. So I'm just going in, just a small little handful. I know, she's very excited. And you can feel free to do any kind of cheese you'd like. I just love doing the combination of mozzarella and cheddar. It's a great color, great creaminess, little salt, everything we look for within a breakfast recipe. Perfect. Beautiful. All right, now we have to season our breakfast. We all know I am a garlic girly, so we're going in with our garlic sea salt. And just a touch, remember those muffin tins are quite small, so just a little goes a long way. You don't want to over salt because we do have the salt from the sausage and of course our cheese, but we need some garlic, so that should be perfect. In addition to our garlic salt, I have some Spice Island black pepper. Again, just very lightly. They're just single little bites, so you don't need too much, nothing too crazy. And you can feel free to kind of mix up your seasonings depending on who's coming over to your house for brunch. I am a paprika girly. I love a good ground paprika. I think it adds a great little color. And I mean, it's basically just bell peppers. So, I mean, bell peppers are a staple in breakfast. We love it. We're here for it. Perfect. I'm gonna grab just a little dinner fork, and what I'm gonna do is just kind of start to stir and incorporate all of our ingredients into that egg. So we have our sausage, our cheese, and our seasonings right into the muffin cup, which is the best part about this. We're not dirtying a ton of dishes. I mean, this is a great little easy breakfast brunch, and just breaking up those eggs just like so. So we'll go ahead and get those all nice and broken up and combined. Okay, now that we have all of our little egg bites well incorporated, we are gonna be placing our silicone mold very carefully into our oven for maybe like 15, 20 minutes, depending on how you like your eggs, at 350. All right, that was 3 of my burrito-sized tortillas that we just cut up. Now that we have those cut up, I'm gonna bring in my cast iron, and we are going to toss our burrito tortillas into our greased cast iron for this delicious breakfast recipe. I, of course, have some bacon in my kitchen shears. I'm gonna go in with our bacon and just start cutting that right on top of our burrito-sized tortillas. I just used 3 of the burrito-sized tortillas, and I love doing a bacon. You could also do a chorizo, a turkey bacon, a Canadian ham. You could even do vegetarian. This recipe is super, super customizable and always delicious. So I'm just going in, and this is just par-cooked bacon because I like when we cook them up and all that grease kind of just soaks into our tortillas. It is perfect. All right, now that we have that nice and ready, I'm gonna move that off to the side. I'm bringing in 8 eggs into my large measuring bowl. I have some vitamin D milk that I'm also going to be adding into my eggs. Just a touch. I always find adding like heavy cream or milk or things like that into your eggs, it actually makes them a little fluffier. I'm going in with some garlic sea salt. This is a part where you can also kind of customize how and what kind of seasonings you like in your eggs. So I'm going pretty heavy with my ground paprika. We all know I love a good crushed red pepper flake. I like a little bit of spice. You could also do like a jalapeno, a chili powder even, but that crushed red pepper, always a winner. Black pepper, of course, to complement our garlic sea salt. And again, I did 8 eggs. You can feel free to do half or double, depending on how many you want. But I'm just gonna go ahead and start scrambling that, just like so, into our large measuring cups, making sure all the eggs are nice and broken up and our seasonings are well incorporated. Oh, it smells so good too. I can smell the bacon to my right and all of those seasonings. That is looking perfect. We're gonna bring back in our bacon and burrito cast iron. And what I'm gonna do is go right on top with our egg mixture, just like so. Oh, my mouth is already watering, and we haven't even put it into the oven. And we haven't even come to my favorite part of the recipe, a marbled cheddar. Cheddar is always better, so I'm gonna go right on in with maybe about half that bag into our cast iron, maybe even 2/3 of that bag. And you can always switch up the cheese if you'd like, it totally depends. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a stir because we wanna make sure we get everything evenly incorporated. We wanna make sure our tortillas are nice and kind of dredged in our egg and milk mixture. Make sure our seasonings are well distributed and kind of just break everything up a little bit. All right, now that I have everything beautifully distributed into my greased cast iron, we are going to be popping this beautiful breakfast recipe into our oven at 375 for about 20 minutes. Wow, look at how incredible our little breakfast cast iron pizza just came out. I let it cool for a minute before we cut into this. Let's see. I'm gonna go straight down the middle. It's kind of giving me quiche vibes. It looks super, super tasty. It's perfectly cooked. It smells amazing. So let's try and get a little piece of this pie. Oh, I am excited. Oh, that looks perfectly cooked. Our eggs, our tortillas, our ham, our cheese. Like I said, kind of quiche vibes, pizza vibes. I mean, just the perfect little breakfast. Oh, enjoy. Wow, look at how incredible our sausage, egg, and veggie little bites turned out. I mean, the cheese is nice and golden brown. You can see some of our vegetables starting to poke out. We're gonna go and try. We did grease that little muffin tin. May actually need my little handy dandy tool here. Oh, I mean, woo, those are piping hot, but look at how awesome those are. So easy, so delicious. Perfect little bite-sized breakfast. I mean, super customizable. The kids are gonna love this. Your friends and family, pack it up for camping, for a road trip. You can see, wow! You can see that sausage on the bottom too. Oh, delicious. All right, and then I think the one thing that I like with my breakfast, which you can feel free to add this or not, I have just some hot sauce. This one is a black truffle hot sauce. I think just a little bit goes a long way for digging into these delicious little sausage, egg, veggie bites. I mean, name a better breakfast. Simple, easy, delicious. You gotta try it. Oh my goodness, look at how delicious our sausage, cheese, and egg bites turned out. They are perfectly cooked. We have some good golden color on them. And the great thing about the silicone mold is they literally come right out. And I mean, oh, they're still piping hot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start plating them onto our little serving tray for our brunch. Like I said, the great thing about that silicone mold, they are perfectly cooked and they come out so easily. So we're just gonna take them in and put them on our little Easter kind of plate, even though it's not Easter, but this is gonna be a perfect little serving dish for our sausage, cheese, egg bites. Starbucks who, am I right? I mean, they smell so incredible as well. But we are not finished yet. I love the little fresh parsley. So I'm gonna pop on a little bit of parsley right on top. And these are ready to serve. I wanna cut one open, so I just have like a little dinner knife so that we can kind of see what's going on the inside. Oh, that sausage, and look at the egg is perfectly cooked. And of course we have like a nice cheesy crust. Oh, absolutely delicious. You have to try this. Okay, our breakfast tortilla bake has come out of the oven. It smells so delicious. It's perfectly cooked. Our cheese is nice and melted. Our bacon is nice and crispy, but we are not done yet. We need some chives. You could also do a parsley here, but I love a good chive, maybe like 3 or 4 of those little baby chives. And we'll just grab our kitchen shears and go right on top of our delicious little tortilla breakfast cast iron bake. I love a little fresh greenery. The great thing about this, you can do like some salsa, some sour cream, but I'm gonna go right on some hot sauce even. I'm gonna go right in and cut it almost like a quiche. I like a big corner piece too, don't judge me. Oh, I'm excited. And we grease that cast iron so it should come out just kind of like a pie. Oh, look at how delicious. Our bacon, our eggs, our cheese, our chive, our tortillas, perfectly cooked. I am ready to give this a try. I mean, look at how cute it is too. It's like a little mini pizza. So cute and absolutely delicious. Eggs are cooked perfectly. Oh, enjoy.